TPLF hardliners, Eritrean proxies, and Egypt's Red Sea endgame. Imagine you wake up tomorrow and your country is fighting 4 wars at the same time, on the same piece of land, with 4 different armies, and none of them are officially at war. That's what just happened in the Horn of Africa. A peace deal everyone celebrated in 2022 is now dead. Pastoralists are running from mortars, drones are screaming overhead, and the ripple could reach from Cairo to Nairobi in weeks. If you've never heard the words Tigray, Afar, or Pretoria Agreement before today, good. That means you still have time to understand what's coming. This is the 60-second explainer the world hasn't given you yet. Don't scroll, because in 4 minutes, you'll know exactly why millions of people might lose everything by Christmas.
Way good fun. What started as a border probe in Afar has cracked open a wound everyone pretended was healed. This is not just another clash. This is the moment the Pretoria Agreement bled out on the red soil of Megale, and 4 wars, Ethiopian Federal versus Tigray hardliners, Tigray versus Tigray, Eritrea versus Ethiopia by proxy, Egypt versus Ethiopia by pressure, decided to fight on the same pasture at the same time. The 72-hour spark that buried Pretoria Wednesday, 5th of November, 1900, columns answering to Debretsion Gebremichael crossed into Afar Zone 2 and took 6 villages, Tansa, Adu, Faro, and others. 120mm mortars and Zu-23s tore through pastoralist homes. More than 2,700 families ran south with whatever they could carry. Afar's council declared Pretoria dead. Thursday, 6th of November, General Tadesse Warede went on air. "We have 0 forces in Afar." Mekele's compromise voice doing what it does best, distancing itself from the fire it cannot control. Friday, 7th of November, 4:30. Ethiopian drones hit TDF positions 7 kilometers inside Tigray. Debretsian's men answered with 122mm rockets. 11 confirmed dead, dozens broken. The ceasefire did not end with a bang. It ended with children running barefoot through burning grass. The chains nobody wants to admit. Cairo to Asmara to Debretsion hardliners to mortars on Afar, Addis to TPF camps to drone strikes, 2 invisible hands pulling triggers through other people's fingers. Civilians pay the only real price. Egypt's calendar that lines up too perfectly. 27th of October, Abiy says Ethiopia will have sea access by negotiation or other means. 28th of October, Egypt's FM says Ethiopia stays landlocked until Judgment Day. 4 November, Isaias flies to Cairo, hugs Sisi on camera. November 5th, mortars fall on Afar. If that is coincidence? No. If so, the Horn just witnessed the biggest one in history. Eritrea's footprints in the dust. Satellite pictures don't lie. Eritrean officers photographed in Adigrat. Brand new AK-203S and Cornet missiles traced to boxes that left Massawa port. PFDJ brigades massed on the border. For security. Call it what you want. The guns are in Debretsian's hands. Tigray's 3 armies that never disarmed. March 2025. Hardliners overthrow Getachew Reda. 8 April. General Tadesse installed as figurehead. 11th of April. Reda flies to Addis, becomes Abiy's advisor. Result, Debretsion faction approximately estimated 25,000 fighters. Federal armed TPF, approximately estimated 10,000 in Afar camps. TIA Rump, approximately estimated 8,000 pretending to be neutral. 1 region, 3 armies, 0 trust. Afar, where 4 wars collide. Federal, Ethiopia versus Debretsion, TPLF versus TPF, Eritrea versus Ethiopia through shadows. Egypt versus Ethiopia through chaos. Every grazing ground is now a graveyard in waiting. Amhara, one viral video away from explosion. Fano are watching the same videos you are. Children running from burning huts. If they move, 3 fronts open in days. No one wins that war. Everyone loses grandchildren. Cairo's quiet 4-step plan, still in motion. Keep Ethiopia out of Red Sea Council, checkmark. Arm Somalia to stretch ENDF east, checkmark. Rearm Eritrea with cash and weapons, checkmark. Keep Tigray bleeding until Addis begs for Assad on Cairo's terms. In progress. Instability is the bargaining chip. War is not a solution. Remember, 2020 to 2022. Look back, not far. 600,000 plus dead and 2.1 million displaced children with bones showing through skin in every camp. From Shire to Gondar, hospitals bombed, schools turned to barracks, mothers eating leaves so their babies could have a spoon of milk. That was the last time the Horn chose fire over talks. We still smell the smoke. Warning to every group reading this. Stop. Pull the artillery back 50 kilometers. Put the drones on the ground. Silence the radios that call for revenge. One more week of this, and the entire region slides into a war that will last a generation and bury every dream we ever had for our children. Call for immediate ceasefire to all sides. To Mekelle, to Asmara, to Cairo, to Addis, to Tedesse, to Fano commanders, to every colonel with a satellite phone. Cease fire now.
Let the herders go home. Let the children sleep without nightmares. Because if we choose war again, the next chapter will not be written in refugee footprints or in summits. It will be written in graveyards that stretch from afar to the Red Sea. Wait good, fan. If you made it this far, you already know what's at stake. The Horn is standing on a knife's edge, and silence only helps the fire spread.